Tim, thank you so much for being here. Our viewers are very familiar with Harmony Montgomery's case. We followed it closely, but I know you've really been in the middle of it since the beginning. And I think the hardest thing to comprehend here is how much time passed between when Harmony was last heard from and when she was reported missing, especially after she was sent by child welfare to live with her father, who was known to have a violent criminal history. How does something like this happen?
Yeah, you know, that's the big question around this case, and rightfully so. I mean, we first heard the name Harmony Montgomery in New Year's Eve of 2021. The Manchester Police Department held a press conference saying they were looking for this little girl. And I have to tell you, as soon as we got there, you knew something was off. Police looked very worried, and you could tell something was very serious with this case. And that's when we found out that this 7-year-old girl actually vanished 2 years prior. And it kind of made you say, how did something like this happen? And that's what we get to in this documentary. We try to find the root of the cause here. But I have to say that we weren't expecting the wild ride that this investigation would go on, with a series of twists and turns that went from a missing persons investigation to a homicide investigation, and ultimately led to a conviction of Harmony Montgomery's father, Adam, for her murder, who we learned through his trial that he viciously in a fit of rage, beat his daughter over bathroom accidents, which is something so common for young children. It's truly just a heartbreaking story.
Yeah, Tim, as reporters, we've all covered murder cases before. I know that you've covered plenty. This one, though, just hearing you say those details, especially hard to watch and listen to. So what should viewers be prepared for when they're watching this documentary?
Yeah, this is definitely a difficult case. You know, the affidavit in this case was sealed for a long time throughout this investigation, but we here at WMUR filed with a motion with the courts to unseal it because we felt like the public had a right to know what happened to this little girl, who they became so invested in, holding private vigils and searches for Harmony Montgomery, who, by the way, her remains have never been found and still missing to this day. But I have to say, when we finally got our hands on that affidavit, when the courts released it to us, our jaws here in the newsroom hit the floor. The details were very gruesome. They made your stomach turn, not just how she died, but what happened in the weeks and months after she died, with what her father did with her remains, traveling around the city of Manchester with them. So there's a lot to unpack here, a lot of important information, but a lot of difficult information as well.
Well, on that note, are there any signs of hope that maybe things are changing because of this story?
Yeah, we're seeing it here in New Hampshire and in Massachusetts, where Harmony's story originated. Our child welfare agencies here have made changes within those agencies themselves, but we really need changes to happen with the law. Laws surrounding the child welfare system are very confidential, and that's to protect the child at hand. But what we learned doing this documentary is that those laws put up several roadblocks that tragically led to the death of this child. And right now, there's something happening on the federal level called the Interstate Compact on the Placement of Children. And if passed, what that does, it really just loosens up those laws, and it allows states to communicate with each other. As you know, here in the Northeast, we're a very small area of the country. We have a lot of cross-border between children and families. So what this compact will do is to allow a state like Maine to communicate with New Hampshire or Massachusetts or Vermont or even California and say, hey, we have this child coming to you. This is who they are, this is who they're going to, and this is where they're going to live. Right now, 16 states have signed on, including New Hampshire. We recently signed on after Harmony Montgomery's death. Massachusetts has not yet, so that's something they need to work on down there. However, we need 35 states total to enact this law in order to better the communication, so we can really protect these kids that are in the system.
We'll certainly keep an eye on that. Tim, thank you so much for joining us. Lost Innocence, the tragedy of Harmony Montgomery, is streaming now for free on our very local app. To get that app, all you have to do is download it on Roku, Fire TV, or anywhere you stream.